ready for the Black Collar Gala Classics and Calypsos. It's taking place on October 4th, which is this coming Friday at Queen's Hall. In studio, joining us to give us some insight into it, we welcome Carl Anthony Hines, Creative Concept and Music Coordinator of the Black Collar Gala, and vocalist, performer extraordinaire, Natalia Dopwell joins us as well. Good morning to you both.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are we this morning?
Doing well.
Thank you for waking up early to come and share some information with us about the Black Collar Gala. Carl, let me start with you.
Yes.
Tell us about the event and the purpose behind the event.
Right. So the Black Collar Gala is aimed to be the flagship fundraiser for the Black Collar Creative Foundation. It's a non-profit that is created in Janine Charles-Ferry's memory. What we do is we give small grant funding to creatives. So whether it be in music, film, animation, theater, and through that we're doing two kinds of grants. Mm-hmm. There is the JCF Capacity Grant, which is for schools that would need things like building infrastructure in terms of their camera equipment for film or an instrument for the music department.
Right.
And we also have the Black Collar Grant, which is for creatives themselves outside of that.
And the requisite for getting, the once the school sounds fairly simple. If you need things, you can apply. But how do you determine who's creative enough or whose creative work is worthy?
So here it is, the thing. Because of that link with Janine and her advocacy, it really is across all the spectra of the arts. So it is film, again, animation, music, most definitely dance, theater. What we would do is there's a selection committee of persons who will judge each applicant.
Okay.
But the aim is to get first-time and younger creatives funded.
So it's more meant to encourage growth in the sector.
Yes.
Okay. So tell me about the event, Classics and Calypsos, that's happening, the gala event. It's on Friday. What
Yes.
can we expect at the event?
Oh, a lovely area of music between our classical vocalists and the Desperados Steel, as well as a treat of parang music from Alice Jagassar.
Nice. It's almost that time already. Yeah, boy.
Yes.
All right, Natalia, tell me about your involvement in the Black Collar Gala, because I know that you would have known Janine, you would have been friends with Janine, you would have sang with Janine, worked with Janine across the board. But how do you feel being a part of this event?
I'm extremely grateful that I have the opportunity to be a part of it from the get-go. Janine's work in the creative sector and her passion for creative projects and supporting creative artists was really something that I hope lives on long beyond her. So the ability of artists to fundraise for other artists, especially young up-and-coming artists, I think is something that more and more can be an engine for change within the industry. I certainly had my years of up-and-coming fundraising for myself, decades of that. And so to be in a position now where I'm a teacher and I'm working with young people and I see that they have the same needs as I do, there's a little bit more local support for artists now than there was 20 years ago when I was doing this. Yeah. But they still need that support. They still need that, that push to create their own projects and not just wait for people that are, already have their own projects underway to just find them roles, right? Mm-hmm. There needs to be a little bit more push for people to support themselves and actually create the change they want to see in the industry as opposed to waiting for other people to create it for them.
Can I challenge that? I want to challenge it only because I feel as though in encouraging that, we lose some value in apprenticeship and in mentoring. And that process that, up-and-coming artists have to go through or should go through or ought to go through to learn how the industry works, to learn how to develop their skill, to learn how to be able to hone their craft before they're able to say, well, I'm putting on my own thing.
Agreed. I teach at both UTT and UE, so I'm always working with teenagers and people in their 20s. They have so much creative fever.
Right.
And on our end as teachers, all we're trying to do is try to tame it. Should I say?
Why tame?
This is what I'm saying. We're taming it. Why are we taming it? Mm-hmm. We shouldn't be taming it because we're moving into a new age. Mm-hmm. We're moving into a new age. So we want to help them instead to polish what they have, yes, but not to whip it into what we had decades ago, you know. And I think as well, like, because I'm a real fan of history, so I recognize that the music industry that we have today is very different to the music industry of, 40 years ago, 50 years ago, 60 years ago. 100 years ago, if you were a working musician, meaning you charged money for your skill, you were low class. So the people with the money, the people with power, yes, their kids, they would encourage their children to play, but not to make money, because that was low class.
Right.
We're not there anymore.
You sure?
We are not there anymore.
Okay.
We are now at a point where people have actually forgotten that there was a music industry before there was digital, before there was vinyl, there was a music industry. So we have to, and same thing goes for dance. Before we could record it, there was an industry.
Yeah.
We can't just simply say that music industry is what we record and that's it.
Yeah.
So we have to make sure that education is supported, development is supported, apprenticeship is supported, but also young artists who have creative ideas for the future are supported as well to see their vision come through.
How much are tickets to get, Carl, tell me, how much are tickets for the Black Collar Gala, and where can we get them?
Yes, general 200, and then for reserve there is this tier between 300 and tier of 400 and 500.
Okay.
You can get them at the Queen's Hall box office or from the hotline. You can call 388-877-69.
388-77769, that's not the number. Then head to Queen's Hall box office, because we're out of time, unfortunately.
That's fine.
But you can head to Queen's Hall box office, or you can check social media to get the information. Black Collar Creative on all social media platforms. Natalia, do you mind giving us a song to get to the top of the hour?
I'd love to. At 8 in the morning, of course.
Of course. Who doesn't love singing classical at 8 in the morning? Ladies and gentlemen, go out there and make a difference today now, because together we aspire, and if together we perspire, then together we most definitely can achieve. On behalf of Ianka Will and the entire team here at TTT, I wish you a happy Tobago Thursday. Natalia Doppel takes us to the top of the hour. This one is called Summertime.
Jumping and the cotton is high. Oh, your daddy's rich and your ma is good looking. So hush, little baby, don't you cry. One of these mornings you're gonna rise up singing.